It's going to send me the usual message that I don't have any recording space left. All right. Take a breath into the back side of the body, into those shoulders. And when it comes to you and your world, and when you're trying to help, you're trying to assist, you're trying to encourage, where do you hold that space in your body for someone else? I know that as yogis, we're consummate givers, but I'm helping. Oh, well, I find that helping in my body later in the day or after the activity. Go into that space and give that particular space in your body a good once over with the breath. It could be the jaw, it could be the neck. Maybe it's the hips or the upper shoulders. And then just gently drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe erase just a little bit by sliding the head forward and back. But get into that space that you know is yours. Like, oh, that's where I picked up that heavy box. Or, oh, that's that thing that I did once upon a time when I was doing that other thing. Find that space and rinse it with breath. Let the head come right back up, center. And then just turn the head to the right. So we just had the ear there. Now we're going to turn the head there. And decide whether this view, this vantage point of yours, is the past or the future that you're looking at. Am I looking to the right to the past, or am I looking right to the future? Breath comes in, the head comes center, left ear, left shoulder. Slide the head around until you find what speaks on this side. And then once you find that space, hold there, rinse this side with breath. It's a good yoga term, rinse it. It comes into cleansing, cleanse that spot. The head comes up, turn, look left. Now, I personally have a view of looking left as looking into the past, looking right as looking into the future, if I go into my imagination space. But decide for you whether looking left is into the past or into the future. And then on another breath, bring the head forward. And for you, turn your head in the direction of the past. Breath in. Turn the head to where your past was. Breathe out on it. Notice whether the breath comes easily or whether you have to put a little more oomph in it. Inhale to center. And then whichever direction was the future for you, breathe in and turn and look in that direction. And notice with the next breath whether this breath comes easily or whether it feels forced. Is there hope? Or is there frustration? Or is there a sense of ease? The next breath brings you through center. And then bowing the chin down into the self, wrapping the hands in, touching thumbs to the center of the forehead, hugging the elbows in, honoring the now. We've looked and breathed into the past, looked and breathed into the future. Look in now. Are we able to be in the moment, in the present? As a wise man said last night, he's working on being in the moment, in the present. Who is with you in there today? Love it all. Fill it with breath. And when the head rises, the arms reach out, fingertips touch down, and then back and forth we go, moving into your spaces. If you're in a chair, you're simply touching the side of the chair and leaning over. If the legs get tired, move the legs at any form or fashion that you need to. The next time that left hand reaches over, let it continue and make circles. Loosening up through side body. Bless you. Nostrovia. Breathing into the moment, into the now, into the possibility that is in the reaching. And then the next time that arm comes up and over to rest, if you need to bend that elbow, let the elbow bend. But if you can continue the reach, see if you can stack the shoulders. And then rinse that left side clean. Another breath. And then tip and let the circles happen. I know that lately, I've been hearing alternate viewpoints. Some people are finding that suddenly their lives are more still and it's becoming easier to be in the moment. And for as many people that are saying that, other people are vibrating and going, but I need movement, I need people, I need community, and it's crazy making. One more time, let that arm circle all the way around. So how about this moment, as you reach up and over and you extend, can you push down into the bottom hand and feel the firmness of what's below you? The solidity, of the support of the floor or the earth as you breathe and rinse. If the breath needs to go out through that bottom hand and pour it down in a way, imagine it. The body is offering trillions of processes right now. Why not use the imagination at the same time to release excess energy? Or just find connection. Let both of those arms reach up. Connect the palms, bring them down into the heart, bow the head in, hug the elbows in, and find the moment. As the head and shoulders rise, arms slice out to the side, right leg comes out, but then the hands are going to go left, either right hand to the knee and left hand to the floor as I bow in, or both hands to the floor for a mild twist. Where is the spirit in this moment? Breathe in, breathe out. Arms come up, slice out. Hands on either side of that knee, fold in. If you need your strap here, grab your strap, fold it around the foot, help yourself. pull in. If you're feeling like you're more hunched or rounded than usual, lift the collarbones and imagine there's like an energetic cord between the toes and your heart space, and have it draw your heart space there. It may be that you've been protecting a lot lately, and that we need to come up and out, find what's good in the moment. Inhale, exhale, roll up, arms reach up, slice those hands back, press them in, lift the collarbones. If you want to lift the hips, lift the hips. If the neck won't be compromised by dropping the head back, then drop the head back. But if you want to stay at neutral, stay at neutral. If the tail is staying down, just lift, little arch in that back, a flex in that right foot, and then just keep holding and breathing, because sometimes you got to go through that heavy wash cycle. Oh, and that cycle just gets, because maybe there's a, maybe we fell in a mud puddle yesterday. We got to rinse, get through that wash cycle, and then hips come down. Crawl the body forward, forward fold, stack the hands, forearms, or just hands. If you need to wobble the body, always modify with extra movement if you need to. My instructor explained Kriyas as small movements. We have little things that we do to soothe the body. So if you need soothing, soothe away. 2 more breaths. And on the next breath, when we exhale, really sigh it out. Slide those hands back up and in. Acknowledge, bring the tuck down and in, and just be with yourself. Where am I in this moment? Have I been easy on myself lately or hard on myself lately? And which would my guiding angels want for me more? Lift the head, slice the arms, switch the legs. Beautiful. Rotate to the opposite side, hand on knee, roll it down and in. Acknowledge any creaky bits in there. Notice what's stiff, notice what's tight. And then once you acknowledge that space, ask yourself if that's a space that you're holding for yourself. Maybe it's damage of some sort. You're playing hard and went kaboom. I do that. Or whether you're holding in that space for someone else. The next breath that draws in slices those arms out to the side, through the future, through the past, and then drop in over that leg. All the breath you need, and then make the micro adjustments. Am I holding in this space for someone else? And if so, offer it gratitude. Thank you for what you have done for me. I love you. And send it on. If it's a painful space from you know what, offer it gentleness. On the next breath, we slice future, slice past, hands drop behind, and then we lift for the lifting that needs to be done. If this doesn't seem like enough, go full wide leg plank, up to you. And then feel the wash cycle. Oh, that soul in there is going to be, yes, let it churn. Oh, See, the ancients, they talked about churning, moving through the nadis, the chakras, churn it up, use the energy for what it's for. We churn in order to balance. Breathe in, breathe out, dropping in, sending forward, and console the wrists, console the spine. Bless you. And if you're a physical touch person, I know that the separation between humans lately has been very difficult. You know, for those physical reassurance people, imagine now that your angel floats down behind, places a beautiful hand right in the center of your back, and just gives you that reassurance for a moment. You're not alone. Breathe into that touch. And then roll that body up. Legs come up, hands go back, cross right over left. If you want to do the reverse table eagle leg rack lift, beautiful. It's simply a cross and a lift. And I say simply, but that's not simple for everyone. So maybe you just need to do the figure 4 hold. Perfectly fine. Breathe in. Breathe out. If the tush is up, put that tush down, reach down, grab that left shin, point the toe, find the balance. If you need to grab the back of that thigh, grab the back of that thigh. If you're in a chair, you scooch to the edge of the chair and you find that balance point. Just make sure you don't scooch off. Breathe in. Breathe out, cross the legs, fire leg posture. If you're in a chair, one foot comes down, the other leg folds across the top. Oh, 2 logs in the fire, knees over ankles. Arms slice out, past and future. If this isn't going to work for you, crisscross, foot to foot, whatever is going to make you happy. And then right leg is on top, right arm slices underneath, back to back, full twist. And if you can, elbows come down into shins or beyond shins. So this is really a little more of an advanced version. If you want to come hand to hand, elbows down on top, or foot to foot, elbows down to ankles. Modify. Beautiful. And then hold, because the body and its trillions of processes, one of those processes is called muscle memory. And when we get into a particular situation, the body has kind of a time limit. It goes, okay, I've held long enough now. Go just beyond that to rewire that muscle memory. Reach a little more with the heart space. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind the hands so that you have support coming up. Roll up. And then 3 times roll down as if shaking at a towel at the beach. Roll up. Roll down. Rinsing out that spine energy. One more time. Roll it down. Lift up. Breath. Find the moment. Pausing. How often do we get into a moment and just pause there? Breathe in. Opposite leg. Hands come behind, feet come to stand, left leg over right. And then you either do the lift or you reach in for the shin, lifting heart space in. Hip space and wrist space can be tough for so many of us. Back strengthening is a great thing, and it's tough for a lot of us. The hips come down, the hands reach for the shin or the back of that thigh. We point, we tuck, we lift and hover. Find that challenge space. All the micro movements. Yes, Ori is breathing in the moment. Releasing, stacking the legs, or finding whatever version of this is going to work for you. But if we're up and in, ankles, knees, arms, slice, once you find where you want yourself to be, we are lucky getting to live together. We get that little reassurance from time to time. Right, a left arm slices under right. Wrap up if you'd like. Back to back, hand to hand. Bring it down and in. This is your moment. Your moment. You know that a lot of folks are having lots of conversations about who they're going to be going forward. Who am I now? Who am I going to be? The world is making beautiful adjustments, and where do I fit in that? Fitting in can be awkward. So where do I belong in all of this without trying so hard? I think we all already know where we belong. On the next breath in, we slide up after the hold, we release, and we just sit. Moving into that sense of belonging, sense of now. On the next breath in, slice those arms out, bring the feet to stand. Boat posture, lean it back. Lift those shins parallel to the floor. If you need to find the backs of the thighs, find the backs of the thighs. But we've got past and future. Turn your head to the one that you find more in your body. Where are you holding? Are we holding because the future is uncertain, or are we holding because struggles from the past? Feel the shake there. Let the body churn the energy. Breathe in. Bring the hands in. Tuck in on yourself in the moment while you struggle the struggle. And then cross the ankles, rolling forward, hands and knees, or get there in the best way that you know how. Pad under the knees if you need to. Kick that right leg behind you once hands are stable under shoulders. Turn the toes down so that they then point down at the earth. And then lift that leg about 3 inches higher while you pull the belly button in toward the spine. Breathing in and out. Now we're going to take that leg, we're going to bend it, we're going to touch down on the left side of the body, and then we're going to push back. And then we're going to touch the back of the right elbow. And then we're going to push back and touch down left side, eagle legs, press back, pull into the elbow. One more time, press that heel back, eagle legs off to the left, press back, elbow, press it back. Fire hydrant, turn those toes out, bring it out to the side. Yes, just had to throw that in there on us. Yes, Top of the left foot presses down into the ground. If you need to come down onto the forearms or put those arms in the seat of a chair or up on a pillow, make those adjustments. Okay, churning, 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 churning. Lift that leg, lift that leg. Yes, breathe. Ah, knees come together, arms stretch out wide in a V, forehead makes contact with the mat. Stretching through armpit space. Here's your moment. Filling it with awareness. Ready? Slide it in. Plant the hands, left leg reaches back. Beautiful. Press it back. Top of the right foot presses down. Lift that leg about 3 inches higher. Belly button draws in so we don't have a deep curve in that low back. And then knee touches down on the right side. Eagle legs. Press the heel back. Pull the knee forward to the left elbow. Press the heel back. Touch it down. Eagle legs. Press left elbow. One more time. Press back. Touch down, eagle. Press back. Touch that elbow. Pull it in. Press it back. Elongate crown to heel. Turn the toes out. And fire hydrant. Left side. Yes. So fire hydrant. Oh, I could sit here and talk about its benefits all day long. The benefit that I have found that has really rung true in my life is the churning, the holding. The top of that right foot presses down. It's the holding, the burning. We breathe it in, we breathe it out. We release, arms go wide again, wide V, forehead comes down, tush goes high, release. It churns and it churns and it swirls the energy. And then we find the rest. Toes curl, hands underneath, pop back toward the heels, step right, step left, wide forward fold. So we're really out there in the legs. If that's too much too soon, come to the thighs and maybe bounce side to side. If you need to do this seated in a chair, simple, hook on the edge of the chair, legs go out, and you just reach from one side to the other. If you want a static forward fold, those sits bones reach up and back and we fold. If you need the seat of a chair, hold into the seat of a chair or a countertop. Lots of breath. Be in the moment, in the now. The age-old book, Ram Dass's book, Be Here Now. Inhale, exhale. Knees bend, hands go to thighs. Lift the collarbones, keep a nice bend in the knees. Lift the collarbones. Wide leg Utkatasana. Right hand stays where it is. Left hand then stretches over as the left leg straightens. Inhale. Exhale, sweep back through center. Hold there. Find the breath. Just be. And then left side we go. Stretch. Straightening that right leg. It could be a real skinny stance. It could be just like this. It's perfectly fine. Inhale. Exhale, come to center. Yes. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. press those feet down to rise. When you rise, hands come to that forehead bowed space. We end with a soft knee, a tipped head, a point in time where we can just center. Release hands out wide. Jaw comes level to the floor. Heels pull in. And then just lift the heels a moment. As the heels lift, let the arms rise up and out. Find a firmness in the glutes, a spread in the fingers, a curl up in the corners of the mouth. If the heels won't rise, don't judge. Just be. Oh my gosh, can we be in the moment without the judgment? Inhale. Exhale. Heels land, elbows come down, goddess posture. Take that right arm, slice it. Take that left heel, send it out. We're going to take that left hand, dive toward the right. Nice and long from heel to palms, and then big rainbow. Draw that left arm up and over, then right arm follows. Lean back. Big breath in, breath out. Elbows bend, heel draws in. Make it work for you. If it doesn't look or feel like you think it should, make it yours. Hunker down a little more. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Slice that left hand out. Look where you're going. That right heel slides out. Dive right hand toward left. Holding, stretching, elongating, and then rainbows all the way up and back. Inhaling. Exhaling. Oh yeah. Bend those elbows, bring them in and pull that heel in, goddess, third time. So we got to get deep into the hips before we play with that eagle posture. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Hands sweep in, toes forward, heels, toes, heels, toes. Find your Tadasana. Bow in on yourself. Tuck it in. What are you being called forth to do? Go into a sense of where you belong. I've been reading a lot and listening a lot. Viewpoints here, viewpoints there. Where do I land that's similar to my center, where I go, yes, that's me. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands slice down. Find your tall Tadasana. Slip left if you need a chair in front of you for this. Have a chair. If you need to sit in the chair because crossing of the legs and balance is hard, then do that. We're simply going to lift the left leg, bend the right, and just hold in a prep pose. If the toes need to come down, put the toes down. Find the moment. Breathing in, breathing out. As we release, the arms are going to go up, the right toes are going to come out. We're going to lift Udita out to the side. Breathe in, breathe out, tuck it behind the left leg, big bow. Oh, down onto the self. It's not a selfish thing. Can't love others until one loves the self. Step it together, bow the head down. Find the moment. Head comes up, hands release. Shift right, left leg up and over. Either just a little step to the side or a full down and in. Hover, get that foot behind there if you want to. Be in the now. In the breath. Rinse it out with the breath. Arms rise, leg kicks out to the left. Yes, we come out, we rise. Breathing in, breathing out, even if it's a toe to the side. Yes, slide it across. Bow down onto your high self. If you need to pull in spirit here, thank you. Yes, thank you for the guidance. Thank you that I'm still here. Find where you belong, slide it up from the earth, bow the head down to it. Fitting in is a struggle. Breathing in. Head rises, arms land. If you want to find a wall for the next bit, you can slide back. If you do not have a wall, stay where you are. Sliding back in, I'm going to step forward since Ori's going to slide to the wall. Shift left. So if you're in the wall, step away slightly, plant your sacrum into the wall. If you're just standing, little tiny Utkatasana squat. We're going to take that right leg up and over. Woo! So a lot of times my left foot is really unstable, so I have a hard time holding. I can either hold in prep pose, but if you're into the wall, really press those shoulder blades in, because now you're going to get a wall sit version of this. For those of us that are here, arms slice future and past, right arm underneath left, wind it up. If you've got the ability to bring the elbow down to the knee, my eagle's going down. Take that beak, grab a fish, breathe it in, breathe it out. If you're in that wall, hold that wall up. Next time you breathe in, lift, release, and then find the moment. If you're on the wall, find support from the wall. Be with it. Use it as a comfort prop. Inhale. Exhale, head levels, arms drop, sacrum into the wall, shoulder blades into the wall. If not, we're tipped forward, left leg over right. Really flatten those shoulder blades out. It's going to get really deep in that quad for you. Yes. If you want to do the wrap, forward and past, left under right, and then dip it down and in, if that's for you today. If you're in a chair, you're simply putting that left leg over the right, wrapping the arms in the best way you can, touching elbows to knee, bending forward, stretching through that back. One more big breath. And then fly. Breathe it in, release, big, and then back in on yourself. Big breath. Release the hands. If you're on the wall and you want to step forward, step back forward. Few more movements to go through. Arms lift. Breathe it in. Forward fold. Take it down. Bend the knees, stretch that right foot back, long lunge. Sweep it up, find that warrior one. Drop the arms parallel to the earth, look right, look left. Sweep left arm under right, find the eagle wrap. Bring the elbows down to kiss that knee. If you have a real close stance, beautiful. If you're in a chair, make it work. Lift again, slice future and past. Turn the palms up, curve the back, looking up slightly if you can, and then stepping forward, sweeping the hands up at the same time, hands pulled down, tuck in to now. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Sweep out and up. Forward fold. Find the length in those hamstrings or find the thighs. Left leg steps back. It can be a short stance. It can be a long stance, up to you. Arms sweep up, find that warrior one. Modify in the ways that you need to. Arms drop. Past and future. Look left. Look right. Acknowledging where you've been and where you want to go. Head comes forward, right arm slices under left for the wrap, or hands simply come together. Big breath. Elbows to knee. Now, if that for you looks like this, okay. The older I get and the longer I practice, the more I realize yoga's not about the postures. It's about what's inside. Lift, stretch, release arms to the side. Past and future, find balance in the heart space, in the now. Tip the palms up. Find that open heart space. Breathe it in. Find that sense of belonging in your own body. And then let the arms sweep, step it together. Pull heaven down into center. Tucking in. Breathing deep. Big breath. Knees bend, hands drop, chin stays down. Take a look at the toes. We're real soft here. Rounded upper back. And then slowly, slowly, slowly curl down. Notice how short the breath starts to get. And then right when the fingertips get to the knees, pull the shoulder blades together. Find purpose. Lift the heart forward. Expand the arms out to the side as if you are going to dive into the future, but you're holding in the moment. It's like Simone Biles, right before, I'm not sure if I said her last name right, but right before she goes to do a tumbling exercise, she's a beautiful gymnast, she pauses and there's a fierceness there. And then she annihilates it. But she pauses in the now. Past and present, they come together, knowing that the next few steps she makes are in the future, but she doesn't make them quite yet. Lift the arms, reach high, pull it back into center. Breathing. Let the hands descend. Start to roll. Fingertips to knees. Now the body goes, oh, we're going to do it again. And then keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Big knee bend, belly onto thighs. And see if you can find that same fierceness of now. Just in a bent knee forward fold. Breathing in. Breathing out. Right toes step back 20, 30 inches. Both legs go straight, pyramid pose. If you can't reach the floor, or if it's unsafe, reach the knee or put the hands in the seat of a chair. Tip forward, lift the right heel, pull that right knee into the back of the left knee, little perch pose. Breathing in, breathing out, send that foot back. Now pull up and in, find the moment. It's the moment Simone lands. She holds there too. Breathing in, breathing out, step it forward, bow the head. Moving with purpose today. Hands drop, knees start to bend. The body goes, oh, I know where we're going. So if the first time was like, oh, well, okay, I don't know where to put it in, made a lot of adjustments. Let the body go where it wants this time. If you're coming down into a chair, beautiful. Left foot steps back, straighten both legs, find that pyramid. Be in the body. Be with the spirit in the body, the soul inside this body capsule. Which part of you is the infinite part? Take that left knee, put it into the back of the right knee. Find that perch. If you've got the edges of a chair or the back of a chair, hold there. So it's just simply, just a little hold. And then, oh, with all of your ferocity, you're heading toward the gymnastics. You put that foot back, you expand, you lift. Boom. You land. Gather in the moment. Step left foot forward, gather up the sky, bring it down into heart. Last time, bow it in. And then hands drop, knees bend. The body sinks down and in. If you're going to go down into a chair, sit down, knees drop. Throw the legs out to one side. If you've got a strap, have a strap. Find your Dandasana, your staff pose. Hands on either side of hips. Head stacked. Turn and look into your future. Find something beautiful about it. It's your imagination. You can do anything you want with it. Exhale through center, through balance. Look into the past. Pick out the shiniest part of your recent experiences. And then inhale into now. Head center, arms reach up, clasp hands, bow down unto yourself, pull the elbows into the hips, squeeze round that back, press through the heels, pull the toes toward the head, and then reach up, explode, hold in the moment for just a brief second, and then dive for the toes. Paschimottanasana. If all you've got is shins, beautiful. If you've got the outsides of the feet, beautiful. Strap make it work. If you've got the ability to wrap the hands and clasp the fingers, wrap and clasp. If you're in a chair, do one leg at a time. Breathe the belly into the thighs. That's your now. That's the vehicle for now. It's the breath. You get the phone call, you read the news article, you whatever it is, somebody hits the brakes in front of you, you find the breath. That's the now. That's the truth. Release. Pull the feet back in. Set the feet together, Baddha Konasana, with the knees. Interlace around the ankles or around the edges of the toes. Pull the heels in as much as is comfortable for your knees. Listen to your physical therapist. And then reach in. Big breath. Left hand stays where it is. Right arm sweeps forward and up. Holding. The center is the crux of the movement. I'm tethered down at the feet. I'm reaching towards spirit. Find the breath. As you exhale, fold back down and in. If you need to push the heels away from the body to relieve the knees or hips, please do. And then one more time, right hand stays on the toes, left hand reaches until you feel a pull in the center. If the shoulder won't go up, give it a moose antler, fingertips behind the ears, some way to give you a signal to rise. And in this moment, imagine that you have risen out of the past. The future's there. It's there. We don't need to quite step there. We can envision, but we have risen right here. Let that hand slide down and in. Tip back, clutch the ankles or the toes. Find that last balance piece. Notice if the breath is coming easier, if the balance is less of a struggle. Spirit seems to be settled back into its home within your center. And when you're ready, you can release into Navasana, into boat posture, so that when you lower yourself to the floor, you've got that little piece of work to go with you, or ka-clunk, 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 clunk, 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 clunk down onto the floor in the best way you can. Beautiful. Because it's that time. It's that time to settle. We've been settling. We've been rising and settling, looking future, looking past, rising and settling each time, coming into the mat now, into the moment. With the next 3 breaths, settle all parts of your back into the mat or into the back of the chair. Notice where you are. I mean, like physically in space, where are you physically in space? And then where are you in your own heart space, in your own development? Has something in your heart center been cracking open lately? something that's speaking. I heard a term yesterday. No, this is personal, but I heard a term yesterday that just cracked me open. Spiritual activism. And I was like, that to me sounds like home. I'm going to explore that within myself. Spiritual activism. It's like, pardon. Sorry. Money paid me. 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 A chant for compassion for self, for spirit, for those around you. For those in the world. All money paid me home. For those whom the struggle is so deep. Compassion for your sense of belonging, for driving out of fitting in and moving in closer to the self, for deeper understanding. Compassion. All money paid me home. Starts with the self. As you start to wiggle and move, take a moment to bring the hands in.
Tucking elbows in, bringing hands in, just into that movement, into that moment. Om Mani Padme Hum, for who you are right now, for the rising, for the stepping into life. It is said that the voice catches on the truth. Of course, I went into a coughing fit right when I caught that moment of truth. What is speaking to you now? You curl in on yourself and maybe find yourself in a seated position. Acknowledging what's been calling. These times, they call for bravery and courage. And I know that so many of you are so beautiful. Find what belongs and go there for you. With the next 3 breaths, let them rinse your soul so that you can step forward and shine. Belly, ribs, and collarbones. Find that space in you, that belonging in you. From that place, start your voice. Start your journey. Inhale into the belly. Inhale into the ribs. Breathe yourself in and out. Tuck it in one more time. Much gratitude goes out to you for being brave in the moment, for your own spiritual activism, for those reaching into the struggle, for those lifting others, for the rehumanization of the planet. Making a difference, being brave. Breathe it in. Namaste. Loving you. Yes. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, you bright, beautiful souls out there. Glove up, hold hands, wear a mask because it matters to those that may not have the health that is what they would want it to be. We wear the mask out of love. We hold because we love. We are lovers. Lovers. That's what I'm talking about. Be you. Be bright. Be bold. All right. Oh, I'm going to pause this. Anybody that's got